Hey everybody. Wanted to share some tips and tricks for how to create some consistency to help out our VISTA students and parents who are finding that every teacher is doing things a little bit differently. Some of that I think is reasonable and expected, and some of that I think we can try to create some alignment and some consistency. So one of the things that we're hearing specifically has to do with assignments, that students are finding it difficult to locate assignments in every teacher's class. So I wanted to share with you some tips about how to create assignments in a way that will be consistent for students. Okay, I'm in my perpetual here. This says MVHS advisement. I just don't have another class to share with you, so I'm going to play around in here today. The first thing I want to talk about to make it easier for students so they're not confused about where to find assignments has to do actually with navigation. So if I go to settings in any course and I go to navigation, one of the things that I would really encourage you to consider is not having anything up here other than modules where students would be able to access assignments. So I mean not having up here, not having assignments or discussions or quizzes, any of these items. Instead, just really having the bare basics visible for students in course navigation. Home, announcements, modules, the Canvas Student Quick Start Guide, perhaps Google Drive, library, perhaps this is my advisement course, so maybe I would add syllabus. But what I'm really getting at here is that you don't need to have modules visible to students and also have assignments or quizzes visible to students, because you can put any assignment, any quiz, any page, any content you want students to access, you can put that within a module. Okay. So the first thing is making sure that when you create an assignment that it lives within modules, okay, and also that you have modules visible in navigation, and to consider taking off other things that might be confusing or redundant, like assignments or quizzes, where students have more than one path to access assignments. Okay. If I go back to home now in my class and I go to modules, okay, I want to add a new assignment to a module. Okay, so I can do that right here in modules. I can go to the module where I want to create a new assignment. I can click on the add button. I can choose whether I want it to be an assignment or a quiz or a discussion or a page. Right now I'm going to start with just your basic assignment. I'm going to choose new assignment, and down here I'm just going to call it test assignment. Okay, I'm going to add the item. Okay, so right now what I have in my module is a blank assignment called test assignment. There's nothing in it yet, so I actually need to build that assignment. So I'm going to click on the title of it, test assignment. And you can see it's not published yet. That's good news because I haven't put anything in there yet. I want to click on edit so I can actually build out this assignment. Okay, and so here I might provide some instructions for students. And this is one of the pieces of feedback that we've received from parents and students, is that this is blank sometimes. So a kid goes to do an assignment, they go here, and there are no instructions. They don't know what to do first, second, they're not sure what the teacher expects. Maybe there's just a file linked or a link there, and there's just confusion. So please make sure that you provide some instructions, some directions, some guidance for any assignment so that your kids know what it is that you're looking for and what you'll expect. Okay. Additionally, I need to decide whether or not I want this assignment to be graded. I do. So I'm going to make this worth 5 points. I am going to put it in the only folder I have for assignments called assignments. But if I had multiple sort of folders in my assignments tab, I could choose which one there. I want it to be points. Submission type, I have some choices here. Okay, you have no submission. What that means is that this is still something that students need to complete. Maybe it's something I want them to read, but I don't really want them to do anything or turn anything in. However, I want it to show up on their calendar and on their to-do list so that they know it's something they still need to do. So I can choose no submission. It will still assign it to a student. They'll still see it show up on their calendar in Canvas. They'll still see it show up on their to-do list, but they don't have to turn anything in. I can also choose online, okay? And my options here are text entry. Text entry would give students a box to type in, okay, directly in Canvas. I could choose a website URL, which is where a student might grab a link to a Google Doc or something else that they want to share with you. Perhaps they've built some larger media project that they don't want to upload because it's a huge file and they have it on YouTube or they have it in their drive. They could put the URL here. Media recordings, that would include things like photos or videos, or a file upload, where a kid would actually upload a file from their computer, a Word document, a PDF, an audio file, a video file, etc. Okay, I can even choose which type of file types are allowed. So I could do, .doc, .pdf, and make that choice. I'm not going to do that because right now I want to make sure kids are able to upload what they need to, but I have a choice to make here. Okay. Right now I'm going to choose online and I'm going to choose a URL or a file upload. Okay. Allowed attempts, I can choose whether it's unlimited or limited. If it's limited, I can choose whether they get 1 attempt or 2 attempts or 3 attempts. I can choose how many times a kid can complete this assignment or upload something. Giving a student more than 1 try on a quiz might be something that you don't want to do or you do want to do. But I might give a kid 2 attempts to upload a file because what if they accidentally upload the wrong one? So it's up to you. But just know that that's something you can do. A group assignment. Guys, be careful. If you choose this, what it means is that you've created a group of students. Okay. Maybe there's a group of 3 students. Anyone who's in that group, let's say it's me, Mike Weaver, and Rob Segley are in a group together, okay? You've created a group assignment and you've assigned the 3 of us to the same group. If Mike Weaver submits something, it submits it for all 3 of us. So Rob Segley and I don't have anything to do because Mike already did it for our group. And that's fine if you have kids collaborating on one product and you only need 1 product uploaded. You don't want to upload it 3 times. But otherwise, if you're looking for individual submissions from individual students, this can cause issues. So please understand what a group assignment means, okay? Peer reviews is something that I haven't played with yet, so we'll get back to that. If you want your assignment to be able to sync to the gradebook, you're going to check this box. Okay, and then I want to choose who I want to assign that to and select a due date. Please, 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 if you are assigning something to students that you want them to complete, make sure there is a due date included. Depending on how you're managing things, you might set that due date in the live course, you might set it in the perpetual course and sync it over because you want it to be the same for all your live courses. It's up to you. But the point here is that if you don't assign a due date, students will not be able to see it on their calendar and they will not see it on their to-do list and they won't know when they need to have it done. And that creates confusion for students. So make sure there's a due date. Last thing you can do is you can set an availability window. So if I say this is an assignment that I don't want them to access before tomorrow, it's due tomorrow, but I don't want them to be able to open it today, okay? I can set available from. I could also say it's available from the 3rd until the 6th. After the 6th, I don't want a kid to be able to do it anymore. Again, there might be good reasons why you want to create an availability window, but remember that you've done it, okay? Because students may send you an email, and I know it's like death by email is a thing right now. If they send you an email and say, I'm trying to do such and such assignment, but it says it's not available, remember that you are the one who created that availability window. So just make sure you know what you're doing when you're creating an assignment. When I'm done, I'll move this so you can see, I'm going to hit save and publish because I am ready for this assignment to go live to my kids. Okay. So now if I go back to home and I click on student view and I go to modules, I am now going to see this assignment as a student. Now here's a cool thing. We see check marks. Okay, a student is going to see a check mark if they've completed something. Okay, so I can see they viewed the home page, but they haven't viewed the assignment calendar and they haven't done the test assignment yet. If I click on this test assignment as a student, it says that it is locked until September 3rd at 12 a.m. So I'm unable to access it. And that's because my teacher created an availability window. So I'm actually going to leave Student View. I'm going to go back into Edit, and I'm going to remove that availability window because I realize I don't want to do that, and I don't want all the emails from kids. They're driving me crazy. Okay. So I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to go to Student View again, and this time when I go to Modules and I click on Test Assignment, I see a black button in the top right corner that says Submit Assignment. This is what a student would see. Okay. And if they click on Submit Assignment, they're going to see the option pop up for how to submit it. So know that if a student says, I don't see where to type my answer, okay, they might have to click the Submit button first to see the box, if you've chosen text submission, to see the box where they would type. They have to choose Submit Assignment before they can upload a file or give you a URL. So they have to click on that button first. They're not going to break it. Okay. But here, let's say I'm ready to turn something in, and I'm going to do it by a URL link. So I'm going to grab the link that I want to share with my teacher. I'm going to click on website URL. I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to say, hi, Mrs. Matthews. Okay, and maybe I'll leave a note for my teacher. I'll click Submit Assignment, and I think this is cool. When a student submits it, it gives them confetti. Okay. You may have also had a student say, how do I know if I've submitted an assignment? Well, you can see here, I'm in the assignment, and I can see on the right it says Submission. Submitted! Exclamation point. It tells me when I did it. I have details. And because my teacher has given me the option of having more than one attempt at this assignment, I can even choose to resubmit it if I'd like. Okay. So those are all my thoughts right now about assignments in general. That was a lot, but just know those are some tips and tricks to keep in mind. Sorry it was long. Thanks. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.